Nucleic acids, such as DNA and RNA, are made up of building blocks of nucleotides, and nucleotides are made of nitrogenous bases, 5-carbon sugars, and phosphates. When we look at the nitrogenous bases that are part of nucleic acids, there are two families that these bases fall into, either the purine, which has 2 fused rings, or pyrimidine. In pyrimidine, the nitrogens are in the 1 and the 3 position, and in purine, we have nitrogens in the 1 and 3 position in the 6-membered ring, and in the 7 and the 9 position in the 5-membered ring. On the slide here are the 5 different nitrogenous bases found in nucleic acids and nucleotides. Adenine is based on the purine, is classified as a purine, as is guanine. And we notice the difference between adenine and guanine is that in the 6th position, the adenine has an amino group, and in guanine, the 6th position has this carbonyl group. Also, guanine has an amino group coming off the 2 carbon. Cytosine is a pyrimidine, as is thymine and uracil, and the difference between these between cytosine and thymine and uracil is that in the 4 position, cytosine has an amino group, thymine has a carbonyl group, and also thymine has this methyl group in the 5 position. So uracil is very similar to thymine in that it has a carbonyl in the 4 position, but just a hydrogen on that C5. There are 2 aldopentose sugars found in nucleic acid: ribose, which is found in RNA, and deoxyribose, which is found in DNA. Since these sugars are aldoses, the number 1 carbon is the anomeric carbon, and the 5 carbon is not part of the 5-membered ring. When we number this cyclic pentose sugar, we give the carbons a prime to distinguish it from the numbering system we use for the nitrogenous base. So ribose and deoxyribose are exactly the same, except on the 2 carbon in deoxyribose, there is no hydroxyl group. And the last part of a nucleic acid is going to be, or a nucleotide as well, is going to be the phosphate group. Now, in inorganic chemistry, a phosphate is PO4 with a 3 negative. When we're talking biological phosphate, it is actually hydrogen phosphate. So there's going to be a hydrogen on this phosphate group and an overall charge of -2.